Fox 4, the news station. Live for all North Texas. It's 7 a.m. and this is Good Day.
Chip, thank you very much. It is 7:43. From taking your vitamins to scheduling a doctor's appointment, our next guest says there is a right and a wrong time to make some of your simplest everyday health decisions. Dr. Rama Pemmaraju is with us this morning. Thank you so much for being here.
Good morning. Great to be here.
I want to just get right into these because we have a lot of ground to cover. First, let's talk about pills. The best time to take your pills, specifically multivitamins.
Well, the thing is to remember is that when you take it on an empty stomach, you can get nausea.
Yeah.
And in that situation, you may not want to take them every day. So you really want to take them with food. And also vitamins are much more absorbed when you take them with food. And so you'll probably develop a more regular schedule when you take them because you won't have that feeling in the morning of, being sick.
Do you want to make sure you take them in the morning or does it matter?
You want to take them in the morning because then you can maximize your chance of absorption as well.
All right. What about birth control or heart pills?
You got to remember with birth control, some women can experience nausea. And so you want to take those possibly at night to avoid that. You can sleep over with the nausea.
That's interesting. Okay.
Yes.
Also, you say that the best time to fill your prescriptions mid-month. Why?
Well, that's when welfare and Social Security checks are coming in and pharmacies are really flooded with prescriptions. And so your best chance of avoiding errors, which one study recently showed 25% of errors are occurring at the beginning of the month.
Wow.
You want to maybe shoot for the third or fourth week.
Absolutely. All right. When it comes to making your doctor's appointment, I've heard this before. The best time of day is the very first doctor's appointment out of the chute.
That's true because doctors are people too. They're freshest in the morning.
Yes.
And also, if they're having surgeries or other procedures, they may be more distracted later in the day. And paperwork tends to build up too, so you can get maximum attention usually in the morning hours.
Why is it important to test your cholesterol twice a year? Because you recommend doing that.
Because cholesterol can fluctuate between seasons, and one study is showing that cholesterol can peak in December, particularly in women. So you may want to take an average of the two between winter and summer before deciding on treatment. Even though it may only be a few points, those points may make the difference between treating or not treating.
There's also a best time, I didn't know this, to have your skin examined.
Yes, absolutely. Because if you get your skin examined in December, chances are, unless you're in Florida, you won't really be as tan. And so that you can have a contrast between any irregular lesions and the skin, which is usually more pale in the winter, particularly irregular borders and discolorations may be more prominent. But again, if you have any suspicious lesion, you really want to check year round.
All right, talk teeth really quickly. A lot of us were surprised to find out the best time to floss at night.
Right.
Why?
Well, that's because saliva is not as much at night. And so that bacteria, gets caught in between the teeth during the night. So your chances, even if you're not very regular, of staying more healthy with your gums is if you floss at night.
A lot of people are drinking those sports drinks nowadays
absolutely.
as well, and you say you got to brush your teeth after you drink them.
Well, you may, but you want to either rinse and chase with some water because the acidity can aggravate the enamel. And you don't want to brush just right after because the problem is that further aggravates it. So if you wait at least about a half an hour to an hour, you can preserve your enamel.
And finally, really quickly, why do I want to have a root canal after 2 o'clock in the afternoon?
These days, pain medicines are much more long-acting. And as a result, if you just go right around 2 or 3 o'clock, you can take your pain medicines and then just have a good night's sleep and avoid that stress of the dentist.
Some very fascinating information,
Absolutely.
Dr. Pemmaraju.
Timing is everything.
Yeah, it sure is. Thank you so much for being here this morning. We appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
And he's got a website, by the way, drrama.com. Is that correct?
That's correct.
All right. Very
Thank
good.
you.
Thank you. Still ahead on Good Day, the copyright case involving the Da Vinci Code could be decided today. We'll have an update on that. Plus, the wet weather is gone. The cold, though, is on its way. Evan's back with a check of your weather, and we'll get another check of your team traffic when Good Day returns. Stay with us.